This is important. Alright, we unlock. Well, this is good good gameplay. Alright, so first, Bitter Triumph, and I will discard the card. Listen, I don't mind casting Valgavoth every single turn for free. So they need to kinda do the treasure thing every turn right now. Urza's bro. Like, what? You do realize it was your card? Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today's video will blow your mind, especially if you're a Golgari fan, because we will be casting spells from our graveyard. We'll play our lands from the graveyard, or get them for free if they are milled. And we'll play Valgavoth every single turn, because we can use Conduit of Worlds to get it, and it's just a start of all the synergies. We will see literally every synergy in the games. So, let's go into the gameplay. If you want to support, check out the Patreon, cool perks and all the stuff, and have fun with the new Golgari. Alright, we are going first, and man, what a draw. One Valgavoth, sure. I mean, we will get to 4 lands probably, and then we can go with the Shredder. I would love to keep one grab for the Shredder to be in the board, but we'll see. Alright, so far so good. Will we play this? I think first one could go, and they will probably have... Alright, we know kinda what we're playing against. Alright, so they will be going talent soon. I think we can get one. Man, this is so tempting, but we are 2 turns from casting Shredder, right? I guess 1 turn? Alright, let's not cast it yet. Alright, we have our robbers, we need them for... Yeah, so okay, so this will be a good turn to cast it. We play this, we hit a land, we go Shredder, and then we cast the next one. Our opponent thinks it's good for them. And we'll try to prove them wrong, because that drains their library super quickly. And Mono White is not like super known for killing opponents super quickly. So we'll try to get some advantage from it. Oh, that was close. No way, man, we actually wouldn't hit a land for next 4 turns, and we would lose the game if we didn't cast this. Alright, that's something. That is something. We can start playing lands from the... Alright, we don't have those. Alright, if they don't get rid of this, we should be insane here. Yeah, Battlefield, man, that's huge. Alright, I really hope they cannot remove it with Soul Partition, because Get Lost won't hit it. They actually need a very specific answer, and it's too early for season. So they don't have 5 mana. Oh yeah, I think they are sensing they might be in some trouble. On top, alright, they like the card. And they're doing a lot of them. And the rabbit is pinging our face. Alright, this is kinda huge. So if we can hit a land with this is tapped, right? Yep. We can still hit a land with this and play the closet, right? We could also go with the tortoise, but if we miss, like, it's easier to hit something with this. Oh my god, 2 extra lands? Absolutely. I actually... It's the same, right? They are the tap lands, so let's go for this one. And now we get the effect of... And this card is insane, by the way. Like, nobody uses it, but moment we had the new cards, I was like, man, this is super powerful. And let's get double surveil, which means that... Just making sure the wording is right. From library. Land. Oh my god, this is so good. Look at this, we are just getting lands with Surveil straight. We just got, what, 3 lands on this turn? I mean, this is decent. And let's kill one of the rabbits and see if they want to go for removal themselves to prevent the, the enchantment part. Man, this is insane. Alright. We just want more time, because we need to set up like 20 lands and start robbing them out of their cool stuff. Which also means we can use their deck to prevent every damage they're doing. We can even break the talent. Oh, they know. Shredder is shredding them. Man, this just gave us 3 lands for 4 mana, and it's just starting. And I really want the Conduit. That's such a great card. I mean, we actually don't have any land in the graveyard, which is kinda hilarious. Alright, so they're doing more cards. Not a surprise. I think we might go for the robber already. Yep, so you can see that they started, being way more aggressive, because they realized that it might be a problem for them for now. Can we self-mill? I guess we can go with the tortoise. This is such a good deal. So let's go with it and start to do stuff. 2 lands? Sure. Everything comes tapped, so it's kind of the same. Alright, 2 more lands. Alright, we could start attacking and mill some extra cards. This is 3 mana, right? Because it gets discounted. I think we go with this guy. So now the question is, do we want to mill him, mill ourselves, or try to be defensive? If we turn it, I think we probably lose it, most likely. 6 damage is a lot, but I think we can manage. I think we can actually manage. Let's go. Because our opponent is attacking, and yep, we will mill 2 cards. Alright, I really hoped for a land, but it's fine. And it's already 5 damage, so they will go very aggressive. Maybe they can play another talent and pump it, right? It's 3, 4, 8 mana, so not this turn. But they will probably try to be aggressive, and I think we should have enough removal from both decks that we can just kill those rabbits. And they don't have haste. Yep, yeah. They know it's pretty important. That's fine, we have a lot of those. So we just got 2 extra cards. Alright, our opponent is good at removing stuff, that's for sure. And can we play already Valgavoth? Man, we can actually just target, like play this and force them to target. But they have 3 permanents, so I don't think it's the best way to go about it. We have Liliana, but this one is a little bit slow, right? Not at least on this turn. We could already go for the robbery. And I think this is what we are doing. 5. Let's go for 5 cards right now. Because I really want to start hitting lands every turn, so I can play them on top of whatever. I was exactly hoping for this card. We play this. And we can go with lay down arms. Our opponent likes having some life gain, so let's give it to him. So we can either go for the fraud or go with carrot cake, and they will remove the creature probably. So I think we want to go for the fraud. It also enables some interaction, so if they play another talent, try to copy one of the tokens, we can target it, which is very likely to happen. Alright, and our opponent realized that we have win cons, and they don't even expect Valgavoth. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. So this will be a token for the turn, drawing them cards. We need to literally outvalue the whole deck, so it won't be easy. They're doing infinite cards and they will have a lot of mana. This is very powerful. So I think this will be the target for our removal. Unless we hope to hit Valgavoth, but I don't have yet cards. I guess we can make a cake, but they will remove the token. They even have the Emperor trigger. So I think we actually will take it. A little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. But let's get rid of this to keep the tempo. At least we are... like, this is not lethal yet. The Analyst is pretty nice. So let's play the land for the turn. We can already... well, I guess we want a little bit more mana. I would love to remove something, because they can target it on the next turn, sacrificing all the tokens. So I would love to hit some room. Maybe we just play the Cellar for 3-5, and we have 6 mana to use stuff on this turn. We can remove everything. Alright, I think this is a good play overall. Like, this is important. Alright, we unlock... well, this is good good gameplay. Alright, so first, Bitter Triumph, and I will discard a card. Solving one of the problems. What do we want to discard? I like Conduit, to be honest. I think we go Tortoise. Even though it's a great card, it's a little bit slow here. And we need to do a lot. A lot. And we go double removal, right? No. That was supposed to be this. Alright. We get rid of this guy. And we get rid of this guy. I mean, that was it. Man, this card is actually so fun. Like, we can use everything we used during the whole game twice, basically. And we can still open the other parts, so we can get lands. Yep, so now they will overdraw probably really good. This is perfect for us, because even though he will get amazing tokens and, you know, card selection, all of this stuff, he is forced to draw basically 2 cards a turn, 3 cards a turn at least. So this will drain his library super quickly, and I think we can use this turn to just go full huge robbery. Alright, do I have well, this is a good Valgavoth turn, right? Well, I guess they will remove it anyway. So we can go either huge robbery or set up all the stuff for future. I really like the idea of setting up everything for future. Let's go with Vault. Let's go with this guy. So we are going to mill our opponent. That's the strategy. Let's go Analyst. We actually need to be careful about milling, because we have... Like, I guess we can always use this. Alright, this is nice. Alright, we're playing our stuff for free. That's how we like it. And we could go another Conduit, because it's very hard for them to remove. So this is a full setup turn. We used all the mana just to, you know, get basically extra stuff. That means every room that will die can be used again. Man, we are using graveyard so heavily here. Like, this is basically our hand in a way. So we can, for example, start playing Liliana, we can play Overlord, or even Shredder. And we probably, I think we have the third room, right? Yep, 1 room is in the deck. So even if we mill it, we can use Conduit to replay it. So this is our way to just never lose our win cons that are relevant. And you can use room to play the robbery. And in this way, even if you mill it, you can still use it. And we play 4. Oh man, you don't want to do this. Our opponent does not want to really do it. And they only, man, that's healing, that's nice. They only have 4 mana. And part of this is temporary, so they don't really want to use it probably. And yeah, I really want them to keep using stuff. Good, 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 good. That's chapter 2, so they won't be using it to copy a rabbit or something. Visa, sure. I would love to get into the point where they need to sacrifice really relevant cards to get rid of Valgavoth, and we can try to take it back again. So, let's play this. If we want, we can play Liliana right now. That will be our only spell, right? That's how it works. We could go Overlord. So we can also go Valgavoth. They can target it at the end step, probably. So Valgavoth into Carrot Cake, it's not bad, and we can cycle one of the cards. A little bit risky, because they probably will remove it, but it will drain a little bit of their cards. And then we can start going Overlords or something. Alright, and we have a lot of blockers. Now we are taking the advantage. Man, this is such a cool deck. We don't really want it. Not at all. We need to remember, the last card is a land. We'll probably sacrifice Carrot Cake. Well, I guess the treasure is actually really good because it fuels robbery. Alright, and they did not remove Valgavoth at the end step, so that would suggest a Sunfall. They definitely have to play it, right? Here's level 2. They're not really getting too much value, and they're milling and milling more and more. Man, we're actually equal to them in the library already, even with self-milling. And we can make it better for us. I think we kinda want to be careful with milling, because I want to hit this last robbery without being forced to use the room. Right, and we're already starting to get some Valgavoth value. We actually need all the lands we can. So let's see the removal of choice. Alright, 3 treasures. It's still pretty decent, honestly. And it's not an exile effect, and we also get the map token, so you know what, I'm actually super happy about it. Like, we slow him super much with this. It's basically 5 mana. Alright, and I think they will attack with Biza. And we crack the Carrot Cake. By the way, we can keep replaying Valgavoth for the rest of the game. Every single turn. Which is kinda hilarious. I guess let's go to blockers, we are not double blocking anyway. So if we get this, this is as good as we need it. And the point is they are on the clock. We aren't. We absolutely don't care what happens. They need to kill us, otherwise we're winning the game. And it seems obvious, but at the same time, we do not need to kill them. Like, we can just chill. And those were 2 lands on top, so definitely not what we super like. Man, the life gain from this carrot cake is amazing. So this might be a moment where we are starting to steal more stuff. We don't have lands in the graveyard, that's why I don't open this room. And with Conduit of Worlds we kinda do the same thing. We still have another Forgotten Cellar in the deck, if I recall. And we can... oh, this is a very nice draw. This is one of the 3 Fountainports we want to see. Alright, Biza is one of the targets potentially, but... well, Valgavoth is pretty nice on every single turn, huh? This will get it exiled? No. No, we actually don't. Listen, I don't mind casting Valgavoth every single turn for free, not using even cards to do it. Our opponent needs to defeat our Doom engine. Yeah, I will play it. I don't mind my daily Valgavoth Terror Eater Elder Demon. So they need to kinda do the treasure thing every turn right now, and we can use the Fountainport to block Biza, so it doesn't matter too much. And how much mana do we have? We want 4 for the cottage, so I guess that's it. Well, I didn't play land. Alright, I'm greedy. Listen, I'm really greedy. I want my land for the turn. And we can go around not casting spells this way very nicely. Yeah, this is good. 3 mana is enough. Because we can use the fish if we want to block. So they will probably answer Valgavoth. Listen, I'm taking the card. It's a decent draw. And our opponent knows that the board won't stick. Man, Conduit is so fun. Like, casting Valgavoth every single turn is definitely something. And because we are not the aggressor, our opponent is, because of the library size and our build, yeah, like, we don't need to attack even, because life total won't matter, unless they take damage from Valgavoth. And they didn't use the mana, that's huge, that means they need to answer it on 10 mana. Even Sunfall is like half a turn already. Alright, they're going with it, that is fine. They want to draw a card. I think this is the moment. Well, no, that's not the right tap, because we'll get the treasure, which Tapper didn't really play around. This way we make the token smaller and we draw an extra card. I want to hit the last robbery as fast as we can, because double robber already finishes the game. And now we can use the treasure to draw a card. You know, not the biggest deal, but good enough. So we force them to fight against Valgavoth, really slowing them down when they're already way too behind of where they want to be. And every time they create a token, they are doing 3 extra cards, which normally is great. Well, not so great when you cannot really do anything in board, everything gets answered, and Deadly Cover-Up also makes sure that we get an extra turn on top of this. So they're really... I don't think they can win at this point. I think our strategy is just simply better. And we still have another robber in the deck. And 1 Forgotten Cellar, so the moment we hit it, we can cast basically all of those spells, or most of it. Yeah, we can instantly cast robber as well, so it's kinda the robber. Builder's Talent, sure. I don't think this will ever attack, right? They will go for the Eternal Wonder for 5 mana, I would guess, when they level up the Builder's Talent. It's pretty decent, it kills very quickly. And they will try to put all the counters on Double Striker, so it's 7/7 and kills us in 1 turn. So we need to be prepared with some removal. Alright, what do we go for here? Well, definitely a Fountainport. It's more important to have this good land, and we could actually go for something interesting, like Liliana, but I don't think this is the turn. They can deal probably a lot of damage with this. We can have 3 creatures blocking. If we play Liliana, that's not super good enough. I think it's a little bit slow. So I think the play is to go like this and see if we can hit one of our big cards. Well, this is something. This is additional creature that also does a little bit more. Like, it's another blocker, so we basically can activate everything. Oh no. Did we just mill literally 2 robberies? Alright, alright, alright. I see how it is. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work. We can also make sure that we start using Biza every turn. It's really expensive. We only have 2 mana on top of this, so I don't think we do it. I don't think we do it. Alright, so we need to value our robbery a little bit. To be honest, I think we might just cast the smaller robbery if they're drawing enough cards, because they are overdrawing to try to be as aggressive as possible and close the game in time. I think they're... oh, this is interesting. Alright, I mean, you can absolutely do it. We don't mind chomp blocks, so as long as we have a creature to block, it's success for us. You can see, yeah, they are draining, like they are not even trying to play around stuff, they know they're on the death clock. So this will be Multiverse, probably. But I think Emperor is still better, because this only gives them card advantage and a little bit of tempo advantage for like the biggest card. But they don't have super expensive cards, like 5 mana is probably the most expensive, like 6 because of the Emperor. But that would give them the actual way to clock us, if we don't hit removal, and we only have 2 cards. So this is interesting choice. We can go already, we have 1 treasure. So 3, 6, 9, only 10 mana, so very weak turn. But we can mill 8 cards. It's not fully enough, so I think I guess we untap and just mill the library, right? Alright, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We expected it. This is sorcery speed, so they're still keeping the instant removal. However, we are at 17 and that makes a huge difference. So I think the game should end on the other turn. They will try to pump it as much as possible, but they're constrained on mana. Valgavoth did a great job to just slow them down. And I think we just go with 1 Fountainport, make a token, and we see if that's enough. If that's not, we make another token and we try to block this. Biza, sure. They are not getting too much value. Only treasure, right? Well, treasure is actually really good for them. Alright, trying to pump it. They need to deal 17 damage, honestly in 1 turn. I wonder if they play like 1 counter spell for some reason. Like, Multiverse is probably for Builder's Talent, but it's such a weird addition, and they have the Vault, so I'm kinda, you know, looking in direction of maybe they have 1 counter spell because it doesn't make sense, so it catches everyone. You know, you never know. Alright, this is a block, so we can start doing extra cards. We still have Forgotten Cellar, right? I don't think we really need it, but why wouldn't we take this? And that should be our turn. We definitely play Untapped Land. And how much mana we have? They have 13 cards. So all we need... Alright, 10... Well, that's a lot of mana. That's a lot of mana. 11, 15, 17, 18 mana. Alright, so let's go for 13. I mean, that's kinda it, right? Let's burn the treasure. Because I need those lands. Yep, this is better tap. Alright guys, I think, oh my god, the stack of value on this guy. Alright, this is pretty decent. And we have a lot of interaction. And that's it. Now our opponent needs to draw a card. So as you can see, we even had Deadly Cover Up. I didn't even use it, so I could clear the board and force him to do all of this again. Alright, we are on the play, and this is a pretty good opening hand. Man, you don't say no to Liliana on the play. Like, she's so amazing, especially if you have 2 mana removal. That's just so great. I honestly think Valgavoth is fine, because as long as it's in the graveyard, it's actually the same. Like, I don't need it. And let's start milling ourselves a little bit so we can potentially get some extra value. Alright, here's the land in the graveyard. Alright. We will see how it goes. I really need to get some extra value from Liliana first. Oh, it's Orzhov. Okay, I did not expect this. So I think we go for the throat. We of course don't want to get rid of the land. Sure. This is an awkward situation. You know, we attack sure. That's a no-brainer. Because we might get hit again. Do I want Liliana in the board? She is really strong here. However, I really don't want to lose my I don't want to lose my cards, honestly.
Enough with the mystery.
So I think we actually wait one more turn, because I can play a land into robber or something, and then we can discard, and then we can use Analyst to get it back. I think this is the most card advantage, like, strategy we can do right now. Demolition Field is fine. That means we have more lands in the graveyard. Oh, this is such a good card. Okay, okay. We hit our opponent. Is that something? They don't have black mana, so they cannot remove stuff on this turn. I honestly just want the extra value from the Tortoise. It's unfortunate, but I think Liliana on board is worth it. Our opponent has a huge pickle with this. That's fine. I actually don't care about her. Even though she's great, and we needed her for those turns, the fact that our opponent basically got 2 turns behind makes it absolutely fine for us. And we can just play the rest of the deck, which is actually stronger than Liliana. And here we go. This is where the value starts. Alright, what is the land? Of course, the cottage. And you know, see, suddenly we have a lot of extra pressure. I really hope the Tortoise survives. That would give us so much extra value. Well, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. They don't have blue mana, so we probably go with the robbery. We are not attacking with cottage, that's not worth it. 4 cards is something to start with. Like, this is exactly what they have in the whole hand. Alright, this will actually hit us probably if we cast the robbery. Oh, they know about it. That's an awkward situation. But we'll still go for it. Just because I need a little bit of extra value, and you know, just drawing 4 cards seems like a decent start. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is so funny. Damage is fine, we just need to keep those 2 cards. However, let's go caves. No, land. Well, if we need white mana, we can always paint ourselves. It's kind of the same, because we will use colorless. Get Lost is really interesting, but we don't need to use it yet. And those cards are safe for future. So I think we just chill a little bit. Like, our synergies are way stronger than their synergies. And right now they're doing 1 card a turn, exactly as we are. The Mirrex will be a bit of a problem. Oh, the robber. This is actually a bit of a problem. Alright, it's expensive though, so we will change our strategy. And this is exactly why I used Valgavoth, you know, all those tortoises, Fountainports, cottages, Liliana. We want to have different win cons. Because I thought that this can happen to robbery. Yep, I didn't even check, but that was obvious they will go for it. Is that Get Lost? They can use the map token, so we need to be careful about it. And we can use lands from here. I think this is good enough already. They're fully tapped, right? They don't have anything. Yeah, let's go. It's not really relevant, but it puts some pressure. 4 hits like this and we win. We also get rid of the graveyard, so it makes it a little bit harder, and the food token is always nice to see. Yeah, I think this is a good light pressure. So we keep this to remove for another bandit talent, so we don't have to remove 2 cards, and then we'll see. We need 1 good card. We won't hit robbery, but we can get anything that interacts with the graveyard, and that's kind of the same. This is okay. They only gain 4 life, and they paid 3 mana for this. Alright, alright. That definitely helps them. Cost them full turn though, so it's kinda okay. Do I care about this? Do we have like any interactions? Not really. I think we can just sacrifice it to be mana efficient. Alright, this is a decent draw. I think we can do some magic with this one. We need to probably keep like 2 or 3 cards so they never draw with talent. Let's keep discarding. They really want this deadly cover-up fodder. And on the next turn we can go double cottage, which actually puts 2 turn clock on them if they tap out fully. So they need to still keep it in mind. Alright. Alright, this is a good one. This will probably get us going, so we hit like Conduit or something and start playing Valgavoth every turn. They have exile effects. Oh boy, oh boy, this is something. Okay, okay, they're pumping the tempo a little bit. We should be able to fight it. I think it's Shredder. Oh, those are artifacts. This is a bit of a problem. Alright. A bit worse then. The life game, the life total shouldn't matter, but let's take it. Maybe we can solve this and oh man, this is not a great draw. We also actually have a lot of lands, so we have 6. We lose 3 mana if we go for the Silex, and I think we have to. I think this is the play we have to do right now. Oh, and we need double white for this. Okay, that's kind of hilarious. Choose a 6, destroy all other permanents. We don't have a Planeswalker, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we have to go for this sweeper. That means we solve the problem with Bandit talent without giving them any kind of advantage. I don't think I have any Planeswalker in the deck. We only have Liliana, right? So there's no point in doing it. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we play the land. Yeah, that solves a big win con that they used. So it's like mono black discard. Right, we lack 1 mana for the Shredder, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But we still have a double cottage. So our opponent is left with 4 last cards. Our cards, even after being extracted like robbers, man, this guy doesn't like cards. I think this will be Valgavoth right now, or maybe Hedge Shredder. I'm actually fine with this. They are losing cards to get our win cons out of the board, and we have so many that I think we can... Urza's... Bro, like, what? You do realize it was your card? I think they thought that we are... I think they missed the fact that we are a Golgari with no Silex. I don't want to be oops, but this is definitely an oops situation. Sure, 2 cards, so we have to sacrifice Go for the Throat here. Shredder is way too important. And we'll use the Get Lost after they invest all into this. So if we play... Okay, let's go on tap land. Even though... Do I care about... Man, 1 extra draw can be so much better. Okay, I think we go like this. So we go Shredder. We can start attacking on the next turn, and we go this. Okay, this is an interesting card. No graveyard. We actually have Valgavoth. Alright, this is not exactly what I had in mind, but it could be just good enough. Let's see. This is the card, you know? I honestly would prefer to get like Conduit or something, so Valgavoth can enter every turn. But this seems to be a responsible choice. I would love them to use Mirac's main phase so we can use Sorcerer Speed. Alright. They can level up the talent, but this will be super slow, then we answer with Get Lost at the end step, and they basically wasted the full turn. Deadly Cover-Up. Oh man, they want to do it again! And I honestly don't think it will work. Like, this should be Valgavoth right now. They see Valgavoth in the graveyard. Yep. There's only 1. Man, they're trying to extract literally every win con and it's not working. Like, I can play the game from this absolutely fine. So now there is no Valgavoth. They have creatures in the grave in the deck, but they're fully tapped. So I think this is like a better play simply. Can we go double? No. And this one will be tapped if we activate it. I still will go with this. Because it's more damage. And we might get something interesting. And we got something interesting. That's good. That helps a lot. We can also double cottage on the next turn thanks to this. When they level it up to draw cards, we just get lost it. And they trade, what? 7 mana for 2 mana. And that puts us super ahead, and they're on the clock already. And every time we attack with Shredder, we get more value. It's only damage. Damage is something we don't care about. So I don't need to use Get Lost. I don't want to give map tokens. They are obviously trying to get Demolition Field into Mirac's. No, they don't have time for both. And Overlord is a nice draw. This is crew 1. So all we need to do is make a fish. I actually will go with Shredder. Right, what we have in the... Well, I actually don't have targets for the Overlord. So do we go into open mana with this? Let's try. I still think it's worth it. They probably have removal prepared, but that's fine. And that also means they cannot go with Mirrex. Let's see what they will use exactly. Non-token creature. Like, for example, a cottage. That's what you meant, right? Sure, I will sacrifice non-land. Non-token creature. They need another one, but they only have white mana, so they probably cannot do it. And we can actually start hitting more lands. See? They removed Valgavoth, Robbery, Liliana, and we are still doing it. Would love to hit a land, but it's fine. Down to 11, and only 3 cards right now. They can level up the talent, but it's getting harder. Right now they also need to get rid of Fish, Shredder, Cottage, Fountainport. I mean, sure, bro, like you can... Do you want my whole library? What can I remove from my deck to make you happy finally? But this is the most dedicated anti-your win cons deck I have ever seen. Alright, I mean, we have to kill this guy. Well, this kind of does it, doesn't it? And so, they have 2 mana. Let's go. We should be able to hit our stuff. This could be already a winning play, honestly. But I still want to get 1 extra turn of pressure. They don't have anything, but that's fine. Yep, let's mill 2 cards. Alright, I guess we are not getting our lands. 5 damage, that's quite a lot. And that means we go with this. We force them to draw another moment. Sure, let's go for this one. It's not... Oh, we got all of those lands. I kind of forgot. 15. They don't really have melee effects, probably. But I want this extra mana to respond to stuff. Yeah, that should be enough to close the game. Man, are you serious? Like, look at this. They exiled all the cool cards from my deck. One after one, and we don't even care. Because in the end, every card they use to extract something costs them the card, at least Stonebrain. Deadly Cover-Up is free. The end is also free. So they need Deadly Cover-Up right now, just to have a chance of survival, but we still have double Cottage. So they also need to prepare an instant removal on top of everything else, and we can still make a fish. So even if all of this fails, we can activate the Shredder. I don't think they have any way to go around it, man. Like, they are really persistent, but in the end we have so many win cons. Untapped creatures, sure. You got 1 creature. It was a murder. Yeah, man, you can see how resilient our deck is to getting rid of the win cons. And this is so funny, because when I made the deck, I didn't have Valgavoth initially, and I added it exactly for this reason, because I thought, well, if something happens to Robbery, you don't have too much. Let's go with the fish. We're at 17, so we can just spam it. And they cannot block with Mirrex. I wonder why they are not activating the Demolition Field. I guess they are preparing for us. Let's go like this. I should, like, I'm not super aggressive, because it's not like on the next turn it will get better for them. And let's activate the first one. I guess we can just go all in. So now they will use Demolition Field on one of them. You know what? This is so good. But the tapper won't tap this probably. Let's get this chorus mana. This should be the optimal tap. So 1 dies, but the second one goes through. And that's so much damage that I think they will... Yeah, like, they cannot even kill Shredder, and go for the front won't kill it. So as you can see, you can exile every win con from our deck. We have plenty. Alright guys, first things first, if you enjoyed this kind of gameplay, please tell me in the comments, say something that you want more of this kind of deck, because I actually loved playing this one, and I have so many ideas how to make it in different directions, or just, you know, use the same strategy in a different way, because I think this is one of the coolest Golgari decks we had in the standard. This is how I love playing my Golgari. You remember the 7 mana Harness Infinity? I had flashbacks of this card when I played Forgotten Cellar. It's 5 mana tax, so it's not easy to use, but I actually really enjoyed this card. Man, when you get so many spells, you can just play the most efficient spells. Like, you have 6 mana, triple removal. I mean, that's not a bad deal, especially as the backside of card that already gave you a lot of lands from your graveyard. So, man, I'm so excited about this deck, but tell me in the comments first. And before we go into the, the whole deck thing, a huge thank you to our patrons that allowed us to make today's deck and all the others. With your support, we are trying to make Standard as fun as possible, and I'm really thankful for that. So, I don't even know where to start with this deck. I honestly could make like a 40-minute video just talking about everything in this deck and what my thoughts are, but I will try to keep it concise for you guys, so you actually, get time to do anything else today in your life. So this card is basically the main idea. I started with this one, and the point is that you need self-mill. You know what? Let's actually start with something that bothers me. We only have 24 lands. Why? Because I actually don't know what to cut. Every single card is so amazing. I just gave up and cut 2 lands because I didn't want to get rid of anything. This is the main card of the deck. You don't want to have one Shredder. They are one of the most important cards. Conduit of Worlds, you probably want more than one, because with one you can never hit it if it's like last 10 cards, and it affects your game plan. And you can see that we have so many different cards that benefit you from all the lands in the graveyard, or even cards in the graveyard. Honestly, I think cash grab, cash, whatever, the grabbing thing, and analyst. Probably I should cut one of those. Honestly, I never got good value from the analyst, so maybe this is the card, and you should split 2 lands here and 1 extra card here, which man, fills me with joy, because we actually can get more cards that are cool. So you need a lot of mill. One of the reasons analyst is here is because I thought it would be hard for us to play all the lands from the graveyard. However, we literally never had this problem. It's always like we have like 3 ways to play those lands, and we just need more lands. However, it's also self-mill, 3 cards, and most of the time at least 1 or 2 of them is a land. So it's still a good synergy, but maybe this is a little bit better, or Overlord. And this is the reason also why I tried to cut Overlord but got back on it, because even though we don't play too many creatures, Valgavoth, Tortoise, and Liliana, because it can hit planeswalkers. However, in this deck, even if you don't mill anything except 4 lands, you actually love it, because those are 4 extra cards you are getting with Conduit, the Closet, or Shredder, or whatever. You are getting so much value. And the cool part about it, this can hit every creature in your graveyard. It doesn't have to be part of those 4 milled cards, like for example the grab. That means you have 4 Valgavoths in this deck. You play Valgavoth, it dies, you go Overlord. You play Valgavoth, it dies, you go Overlord. You get the idea. You can get Conduit of Worlds to get Overlord, then you get Valgavoth. Like, the value chain in this deck is basically infinite, which is the reason that our opponent got rid of Robbery, Valgavoth, Deadly Cover-Up, Liliana, and I think something else on top of this, and we still won, because we actually have still a very strong deck after this. Not even talking about the fact we can go for the Forgotten Cellar and get all this value again. And so that was one of the big ideas for the deck. We want a lot of lands, and our win con is Robbery, because this is one of the cards that benefits from having a lot of mana in the best way possible. So yeah, Valgavoth was like the second thought, to just not rely fully on Robbery. I didn't expect that Cottages, Fountainports, and even this vehicle, because it avoids all of go for the throats, all the sweepers. It's actually so hard to remove this. I didn't realize how big of a problem it is. You have seen in a mono black game, they just gave up against this single card, and the best they had was Edict, so we just activated the Cottage, and yeah, like, we don't care, and they still need to answer it. So at some point you can just overwhelm your opponent by sheer value of small little annoying things that are here. We have also Virtue, because we play quite a few creatures, so we can still benefit from this. Tortoise is amazing. It's self-mill, it amplifies all of your lands, gets you discounts, so I didn't really use it, but I think there was a point in the first game when I could activate the Cottages and attack the Big Emperor, the 6 mana one. I think that was alternate way to just kill the Planeswalker for free, but we went with Forgotten Cellar and we cleared the board on top of it, which is really fine. And man, there's so much about this deck that I truly love. This is the type of Golgari I always want to play, and it really reminds me Harness Infinity, when you were supposed to play your whole graveyard. It felt like this on one of the turns, but it's the glimpse of glory we all wanted as Golgari Control players. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments if you want more, because I would love to make more decks like this. This is probably one of the most fun decks I have played this standard, if not the most fun. So yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.